passageway was getting irritated. But I know when I go outside, the headache starts to go away actually. So I thought it was something in my apartment that was giving me the headaches. I really don't know. Yeah, so the pain is easing up. I stayed in all day. I stayed home all day yesterday. Hydrating, taking my vitamins, my minerals. That's important. So I just had my elixir. I just have maybe a quarter cup left of it. I hope you guys could hear me. Yes. So, yes, this is Spirit Journey. And today is March 23rd, 2022. And the time is approximately 6:09 a.m. in the morning. And also, um, sunrise in New York City, where I live, sunrise is at 6:54 a.m. 6:54 a.m. And so, those of you who know what time it is when it reaches that, let me know so we can welcome in the sunrise. Okay? Yeah, sunrise is at 6:54 a.m. today. Yes, I like to always welcome the sunrise. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a nice little um, thing that I do now just to feel connected. Yeah, I am surprised got sick. Yeah, I don't have a fever. Well, I didn't check, but I don't think I have a fever. And you know what else? My um, my mouth is real dry. But I had the dry mouth for months now. Yeah, I told my doctor about it. She wasn't concerned. But yeah, I lived in this area now for, oh wow, 19 years, and I never had this symptom of dry mouth like this. Yeah, I've been drinking water and water. Right now my mouth is really dry. I had an herbal tea with my minerals in it and vitamins. I don't know what's causing it, and I'm really wondering whether it's 5G. I think it's 5G. Personally, that's what I really think. Because when I go out, the headaches go away. But when I come back here at certain times, that's when the headaches start to come. And it's at the temple area of my head, the left and right temple. However, the sore throat and the nasal passageway, um, that seemed to be gotten because of the air, breathing in the cool air, and my body didn't like it. Oh wow. So cold, so who figures? But let me know what's happening with you. Do you have these symptoms? The dry mouth, the sore throat. Oh, and sneezing also. I've been sneezing a lot. Yeah, I haven't gotten a cold in, oh, over 20 years. Over 20 years. Go figure. So, I'm just trying to take care of my health and everything. But I hope, yeah, it's going away slowly. The headache is not so bad, but I did get a little lightheaded. Um, yeah, yeah, it's getting a little better, I would say. So, yes, yeah. So, I got that out the way. I want to not talk about something that I watched the other day. Yeah, it was yesterday. I thought it was important because, excuse me, I want to talk about illusions. The illusion about wealth. Many of us, we watch voice. I have laryngitis. Yes, I lost my voice, but I'm getting better. Yeah, so I hope you can hear me. I'm going to talk about an interesting topic, and I hope you could hear me. I know it's going to be hard. Okay, it's always good to see you, Asa, and thank you always for your input. Okay, yeah, I have my mouth by the mic, so I hope I can. Yeah, I just happened to see your um your chat there. So um, okay, I see your chat again. Yeah, I'm glad you can hear me. Yeah, I lost my voice, but I really want to get something out. Yeah. So here I go. I want to talk to you about illusion of wealth and power. It was based on a video, two videos I saw yesterday. The video was they're about two ladies. There were two separate videos. I want to talk to you about excuse me, let me get some water. Hold on. Just a moment. Getting my water. Okay, just had to get some water there. Okay. Excuse me. I want to talk about this lady that came to the United States. She is a Russian lady, and then she moved to Germany, and then from Germany to the U.S., New York City at that. Now, I just learned of this story yesterday, but this event happened a couple of years ago, and it's really something. Um, this is about a lady who was very calculating. She was not a rich lady at all. She was a young woman in her 20s, and she wanted to make it big in New York City, in America. Um, so she invented a character. Yes, she invented a character. The character was that she was aristocracy. She said she was European aristocracy, and that she was the daughter of a millionaire or a billionaire, and she was to inherit about $60 million. Okay, now she's a Russian lady, and she comes to Germany and then to the U.S. She also changed her name. She told people she had this other last name. So she had a false identity. And no one checked. No one checked. But based on what she looked like, okay, she was a white woman. Um, she had some money. She brought some money with her to America. Part of her scam question her because she um, spent money on them. Well, one day, this same lady invites a woman, an American woman, also probably in her 20s, to go on vacation with her. They went, I forget the country they went to. It could have been India. They said, I'll pay for your trip to India. You be my guest. So when they, um, I'm not sure of the particulars, but basically what happened was when they arrived at the hotel, the lady's card did not work. The so-called rich lady, the heiress. Okay, I hope you can get my story. I hope you hear me. Her card didn't work, and this is a top of the line hotel that they went to in India. So her guest, the American lady, they said, "Do you have a card? Let's use your card." Oh, the lady said, "Yeah." So um, they packed the room with using the victim's card. Okay, and a couple of days later, not the lady, the victim thought that they would just hold the room using, against her card. But in the end, the heiress would pay for everything. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. The lady, the American lady, was stuck with a bill that was $65,000. $65,000. Yet this was some hotel. They were there just for a couple of days. And the bill was $65,000. Did you get that? Could you believe that? The girl got angry. And the amount of money that she had to pay was more than what she made in a year. She got stuck with the bill. Then she wrote a book about her incident, about being scammed by that so-called heiress. Yeah, you have people. This is really interesting, people. See, this was one of the first victims of this so-called European heiress from Germany, who's really from Russia, and she played the rich, the wannabe rich in New York City. See, she did it to her scam in Europe because European aristocracy knows European aristocracy. This lady is a Russian, but she got, I guess, the veneer of acceptability when she went into Germany. Maybe she acquired a German accent or a German way of behaving. Then she went to the US. Okay, so she learned the lingo of the rich in Germany. But Germans, I would imagine, and Western Europe know one another. So she couldn't play that game in Europe. So she came to the US. And she was right. You have a lot of people in New York City who want to think they have money. And they like to associate with people based on status. so because they don't know history of who is the real aristocracy of Europe. They did not know the names, evidently. They didn't check. So it shows a vulnerability spot in America. They want to be rich in New York. They are being fooled by all these newcomers in America. They know what America likes. America likes cheap veneer things, things that look rich, things that look powerful, but have no substance. Do you understand me? I hope you understand what I'm saying. I hope you understand. Can you hear me? I really hope you can understand me. I know I'm whispering. I have a cold or something. I lost my voice and trying to recuperate. I hope it makes sense. But this is very important. See, New York is very vulnerable. They're very much into status, the status of wealth, the status of power, the status of education. Anybody could pretend to have knowledge. Anybody could borrow or buy things on a card and then return it. These Americans are at a vulnerable spot because they did not check. They let anyone in their community get what I'm saying. It's not just the so-called wannabe rich, it's the poor also. We let people from other communities, from other nations and places in our communities and not verifying them. You are not verifying their legitimacy. You just let them in. They may know the lingo. They go to your events and then they rob you. This is not an anti-immigration rant at all. No. New York City was always a place for the immigrant, the new arrival, the entrepreneurs, those who are wishful and help, want to move up and to do better for themselves. It always was like that. But the danger here, what I'm trying to emphasize, is that you do not verify information. That's why you had that guy, Madoff. Remember? Oh, I think his first name, but his last name was Madoff. He also was a wannabe. And he fooled the rich in America. and you find out that they're really no different than you. There really isn't. And to keep money, you gotta keep on making money. Money dries up fast. A lot of money dries up fast. So you gotta keep on making more and more money. You have the old school, old money of Europe. And you know, some of them cannot maintain their lifestyle. There's a family in Britain. They have the largest residence in that country. And they would have tours. They even had a zoo in their home. They had to sell it. This is an old money family. They had to sell it because they have to pay taxes. Money now, the rich now, cannot really maintain what they have. So they have to do things, clever things, like have house tours and things like that. It's just too expensive. But now you have new money. New money, they might get their money from the oil industry. So that's primarily the Middle East. Okay? You have computers, the computer industry. That's new money. And then you have internet, like Amazon. I think that guy from Amazon is might be one of the world's richest people. Yeah. So old money. I guess the old money may have a lot of political connections with other institutions. So they have influence. The new money is just able to buy. I'm just a regular person here. I am not rich. I am a commoner, regular person. I spend within my means. But I do, and as I said, was influenced by the illusion of money. When I was in my early 20s, I had a so-called friend who also, she wanted people to think she had money, but she came from a poor family, poorer than mine, and she would spend what she didn't have. She had guys that would give her money. Now I knew this person, and people looked up to her because she had nice clothes. But the place where she lived had rats. Not rats, mice. If people really knew where the people come from, people could create a lot of things. And that person, it consumed her. And she has mental illness now. She created so many lies so that people would like her. She created such falsehoods, just to be liked by certain people in New York City. But it came at a cost. Yeah, we're not friends anymore. But I think of people like her that would spend what they don't have. Go on trips, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. She was to go on a trip with me. I was to join her. We were gonna go to the Caribbean. And she pulls out at the last minute. But I wanted to go away. I was in debt of $1,000. Now, $1,000 may not be considered a lot, but it was the first time that I did something like that. Yeah, and I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson that don't spend what you have. Putting money on a card is not your money. Pay cash for things. Save money to acquire things. Do not put things on the card because you want to make people think that you have something that you don't, or that you could afford something that you really can't. Live within your means, and to see that just because someone may have money does not make them um, protected. They were vulnerable at that fact that they got scammed. The lady took millions of dollars of other people's money. That's what happened. And it caught up with her. And yes, she was to be deported. Yes, she did 3 years of prison. And now she's to be deported. Yeah. And there was this other lady that did the same thing. Very similar. She's from Australia. And she was a secretary. And she always wanted to make people think that she was bigger. She didn't like to be called a secretary. Some of them like the term office manager. So people in the illusion like titles. They're into titles. And a title is you put the face to the title, you know. A title is just something, it's not really tangible, you know. So she scammed people, and she relied on the trust of the people in her neighborhood. She kept on saying how she wants to do things for women to help empower women. Be careful of people who claim they want to do things on behalf of other people. People who really want to help people, they're quiet about what they do. They just do it. They don't call themselves, what do you call it? Oh, I forget the term. Oh, philanthropist. You have people who call themselves in public philanthropist. A philanthropist is a person who gives their wealth away. She didn't give anything away, but she gave, she would share publicly things, and then she would ask for money. She was stealing people's money. She stole people's identity. She wrote up documents and then forged their signatures. And she was obtaining a lot of money. And she just got corrupted. She cheated on her husband. Just a lot of things. It's like the bigger the lie, the more corrupt she got. It just consumed her. Well, people found out about her friends got angry because they realized what she really was. Excuse me. Oh, this lady was such a liar. They never found the body, and some may suggest that she might have had her foot cut off just to get away. She was that much of a narcissist. Yeah, be careful with people who want to be rich, people who call themselves philanthropists, because a real philanthropist is not about being seen, they're about helping. And the proof is in the pudding of what they do, what they accomplish. It seems like these days the people call themselves philanthropists, like these, I'm not going to give a name, but those people out there who have these foundations. You know, these foundations receive money. These are like tax shelters of people who abuse their status and power. It seems like the rich people are always asking for your money. They get money because you give it to them. And people are giving. Be careful who you give your money to. Because those foundations and things like that may not be what you think they're really all about. Yeah. Be content with what you have. Be content. Because if you go out there looking like you are something that you're not, other people could see it and exploit you. Love yourself. Be content with what you have. If you could improve your life status in the sense of, that you could feed yourself, clothe yourself, have a safe place to live in, nothing wrong with that. But the chase for money and status and the illusion, that is what's sucking people in. Stop being fooled by these people. Yes, I live in New York City. I live in the Big Apple. And you have a lot of people from all over the world who live here, who want to make it big for them. And then they get burned out. Love yourself. Love the person in the mirror. And be content with the things you have. So, thank you again for listening. I apologize for my voice coming down with some like a cold or something, but I'm okay. I'm getting a little better. Yeah, be happy with what you got, and know your value. Your value is not based on your money. Your value is in your integrity. Don't sell your integrity. Integrity